everybody, welcome back to the tasting room. Today I'm going to announce us because we are talking about one of my personal favorite bourbons.
Yeah.
One that actually got me into bourbons, Angel's Envy. A little history, we go back like 5 years. We have a little place in Orlando called The Whiskey. That's literally the name of the restaurant. And you can go there and they have like 200 plus bottles that you can get samples of.
Yeah.
And we sort of were like, we're new to this, but we like whiskey, we like bourbon. What do you suggest to our server? And she said, Angel's Envy. We're like, we've never heard of it. Cool, bring it out.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, and so that was like the first time that I had a taste, and of course now I'm down the rabbit hole. I can't stop.
Yeah. She was the original dealer.
But if you notice, this bottle says Jill's Bottle 2020. 2020 was sort of a crazy year that required an entire bottle of liquor.
Did something happen?
My husband and I went and visited Angel's Envy, the distillery in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's really cool, really neat people. What makes Angel's Envy its own thing? They're named after the angel's share. Basically, the angel's share is a terminology used to describe what is lost to evaporation.
Oh.
So they put 50 gallons into the barrel, and when they bottle it, some of that has evaporated away, and they call that the angel's share. The angel's taking it away. That's their cut. That's their commission for looking over the barrels.
And I think we've talked about this before too, and maybe we haven't, maybe we're just doing that off camera or something like that, but about how you showed me this one place you went in Japan where they had basically these like portholes where you could see like this was, you know,
this is how much is left after a year, after 5 years, after 10 years, after 25 years. And so it really gives perspective as to why those like the high age statement bourbons are really expensive, because well, first of all, if they put 50 gallons into that barrel, they're paying tax and storage fees on 50 gallons. Whether or not the angels took half of it away, they still have to pay on that volume. So, you know, you think about 20 years that a barrel's been sitting around in a warehouse. But Angel's Envy is not that expensive. It's only about $39 a bottle.
For the 750.
For the 750 ml,
Okay,
And so this is their standard Angel's Envy, which is port wine finished. So we talked about, we've done some other, we talked about expressions, we talked about how makers put the different staves. This is another way for a distiller to add expression. And this is actually becoming one of the more popular ways that distillers can add flavor to their bourbon, to their whiskeys. So basically it comes out as straight Kentucky bourbon, and then they finish it in a port wine barrel. So they take a barrel that was previously used for port wine, and they like slightly age the liquor in that barrel.
And port wine is very sweet.
Very sweet, and I feel like they don't do it too long, so it's sort of like the big, long, extended time is the regular oak, and then they kind of just do a few months in the port. That way it gets those like wine flavors, the little bits of sweetness, and the stone fruit, cherries, and stuff like that. But without really going into that syrup zone.
So when you visited the distillery, they just let you like could like get a bottle and then like have
you can have
that's cool.
anything at all engraved on it. This one says Jill's Bottle 2020. The last time Steve's parents came to visit us, Steve's dad was like, he likes bourbon, he likes whiskeys, into stuff, and he's like, what do you guys suggest? And we were like, hey, you know, try this Angel's Envy. We just had like a bottle we had purchased regularly, locally, and he drank the whole bottle in like a week of staying with us. So now, so this one is labeled so that if they ever come to visit again, it's like,
that's funny,
you know, off limits.
Don't touch.
No touchy. This is Jill's Bottle.
That's funny. Well, should we try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm excited. This is 86.6 proof.
Yeah, so 43.3%. This is the standard. Again, Angel's Envy does have a cask strength that they release once a year.
This smells right away to me like it's almost sweet. I don't know.
It's funny because the port, I don't feel like it gives it a wine flavor, but it gives it like an extra added sweetness.
Yeah, I don't specifically smell wine, but I do smell like that
almost
I know I
like
always say caramel, but it's got that
like
extra
lingering flavors of like a sangria. You know what I mean? How you get those like the cherry, the like grapes, but the like more like a raisiny, like a sweetness.
I think I definitely get the raisiny part of it too. See, I think I'm like a 2 to 3 sip before I really get the flavors.
And honestly,
now I'm really getting that.
This is, you're tasting along with us. So there's no right way to do this. I'm sure plenty of people will tell you there is, but we just kind of go for it. And the first sip is to get like your face used to like, what am I tasting? What am I sipping? And I feel like when you really start like breathing out after you've had a couple of sips, that's when you get the real like essence of the flavors.
I really get the cherry that you're talking about, yeah. So let me ask you this: what's a good? Do you just like to drink this straight? Do you like this in like a mixed drink? What do you like with this?
Honestly, I like to drink the Angel's Envy just neat, no ice, in a glass.
I can see that.
If I'm going to be drinking the cask strength, I will add some water to it because I will not lie. If you like even lean your eyeball into the glass, it's like 100
oh, you lost the eyebrow.
proof. Yeah, you like you can feel the fumes on your eye. So I will add a little bit of water if I'm going to have the cask strength.
This one's got a little bit of a hug as it goes.
Just
a little bit, just like kind of toward the top.
Yeah, it's not as strong as some of the others that we've had. But it's just a really nice smooth, it's like a nice aperitif after dinner, sort of like winding down, like in the way that you'd have a cognac.
There is something you also brought up with this, that you were introduced to a really interesting snack mix here, right?
Yeah, so my absolute go-to snack mix. So when we visited Angel's Envy to the tasting room, you can buy pre-made cocktails there now. But they give you a bag of snack mix with your to-go cocktails.
Love that journey.
Which is really cool. And this has become, you know, the minute I looked on the bag, I was like, what's the ingredients? We're gonna make this snack mix like all the time. And now we keep a jar of it on the bar because it goes with everything. I mean, it goes with every type of bourbon. It goes with every mixed drink. It's just so good. We did bring in some of the snack mix.
Because I'm like a raccoon. Whenever I see it, I just start burrowing.
Yeah, we can't keep jars of this stuff very long whenever
it.
Ryan comes over the house because he'll eat a half jar in a day. But basically, it's Golden Grams cereal. Who doesn't love that? Some sort of chocolate chips. I actually have subbed out these little caramel squares. They were like in the baking aisle. So these are like little teeny caramel-filled truffles. I don't know if you can see those, but the regular, like the one you get from Angel's Envy, is just chocolate chips and little dried cranberries. Yeah. And it's great because it really, like, the grams and the chocolate bring out those classic bourbon notes of like the vanilla and the caramel, where the craisins, the little cranberry raisins, bring out those port wine flavors a little bit more. It's
amazing the difference when you have like one little bite of these flavors. It gives your brain something to lock onto.
Honestly, like if you do nothing else, pick up a box of Golden Grams cereal.
It'll change your life.
It'll change your life in relation to any bourbon, any whiskey, anything.
Yeah. Not sponsored by Golden Grams, but we would be.
Because they're delicious. So Angel's Envy has their own like club, right? So it's called the 500 Main, which is their address in Louisville, Kentucky, 500 Main Street. That's where the distillery is. And so like if you go online and you join the 500 Main, it's free to join. If you have a bottle of the cask strength, you can register your bottle and get special giveaways and quizzes and all kinds of interactive stuff. But anybody can, it's free to join. And then they send you like email alerts like, hey, we're doing a special thing just for you guys, or anytime there's a new bottle release, a new expression. Like last week, they said, hey, our Henderson drink that you can get, that's their like signature drink from the tasting room in the little bottles, we're giving you the at-home kit to be able to buy.
Oh, cool.
So I thought it'd be cool if we unbox that tasting kit. So we're going to open this up and see what the tasting kit looks like.
Let's do it.
Oh, how cute! Oh, that's nice. I was like, I'm a stranger. This is my first unboxing video.
I've tried unboxing before, and I'm pretty terrible at them.
Okay, so a big fancy ribbon and a bunch of rustling, and we just go for it. Oh. Inside the box, inside all of that loud plastic, there is a little card that says a distillery unlike any other. And there it says, in 2011, Angel's Envy released the first bourbon finished in port wine barrels. So they are the original port wine.
Oh, cool.
Finished.
God, isn't that crazy? Bourbon. That's like something fairly new. Yeah,
within
the last 10 years.
That's 10 years old. So this is the 10th anniversary of port finished bourbon. And then on the other side of the little card, it shows the recipe for the Henderson. So the Henderson is 2 parts Angel's Envy, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, which of course we have, and a 1/4 ounce of the ruby port syrup. So that's really what was like key in this little basket.
Yeah, it's like an old fashioned, but with that specific syrup.
Yeah,
okay.
so this is their ruby port syrup. And this is made just for them. It's extra red. And then it comes with 2 little glasses. This is their signature Henderson glass. Oh, it's like a big Glencairn. It's like
I was going to say, that's what reminded me of a Glencairn.
It's like a super Glencairn.
It's cool. I love that look of it, though. It's really nice, too. Etched in there. And
then my favorite part of this package is that they included the chocolate pairing.
Oh!
So this is 4 blends, 2 pieces of each, hand selected to taste with Angel's Envy bourbon finished in port barrels. So this is their little chocolates that are made in Louisville, and you can only get from their tasting room.
So do they give you this when you specifically order this drink at the distillery?
When you order, you can buy these. They also have a little box for rye whiskey, which they make. But the chocolates are made by Art Chocolates. They're local to Louisville. They're like about a half mile down the street.
Oh, and if you forget the recipe, it's on the glass thing as well.
So we got the tasting card, we got the chocolates, we got our super giant Glencairns.
We should have made this drink.
We should have. We'll do it in another video.
We'll do it in another video. But how much was this?
This was it was like $60. And then shipping. So
for the 2 glasses, the chocolate, the syrup. But the syrup is really the
the syrup is the star. This is what you can literally not get any other place than either getting it in your drink at Angel's Envy in the tasting room or getting it in the tasting box. Well, we hope you enjoyed our little journey through Angel's Envy. Yeah. Check it out. Again, they are the original port wine finished bourbon. We will have a full episode soon about port and sherry and all kinds of other wine-based bourbons. But yeah, it's great. It's the original. You gotta check it out.
Yeah, and let us know, again, the tasting room, let us know what other types of bourbons that you're interested in, that you love, because we'd love to try some of those. We honestly love the suggestions. Like, we are here, we're on this journey. We keep saying now,
we are open to everything.
We are all in this to learn together. You learn with us, not from us, like Jill has famously said. And so that is the journey we're on. So literally, we're just trying to create a community here to be like, oh, what do you like? What do you like? What do you like? Why do you like it? I want to know, so please comments in the video. You can get in touch with us on Twitter at The Bourbon Study. Send us an email, thebourbonstudy@gmail.com. Thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It's important because of that stupid algorithm. And then obviously subscribe to the channel. And you can check out theampliverse.com to see all the content that is a part of this amazing pop culture universe that we've tried to create here to help people out. So that's it for this one. We'll see you next time with another video. Thank you for joining us here in the tasting room.
The tasting room.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.